What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Heff here with another dose of the Truth Scope. So as you can see, we got another episode featuring none other than quote unquote Dr. Umar Johnson. He's going to be asked a question, and then he's going to answer the question, and then I'm going to give you my answer. All right, so let's get into this one.
Rob, is Black Lives Matter worse? Thank you for the donation, Brother Rob. Is Black Lives Matter worse than the Ku Klux Klan? I wouldn't say Black Lives Matter is worse than the Ku Klux Klan because the Ku Klux Klan has a history of murdering Africans.
Damn, I really wanted to let it play, but I got to stop him right there because the Ku Klux Klan has a history of murdering black people, quote unquote black people, right? But the same is true for Black Lives Matter. Now you may be saying, "Whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean? Who have they killed?" Now they didn't themselves go out and lynch any quote unquote black people, but the narrative that they allowed to be spun, which keeps quote unquote black people in the depraved state that we're in this victimhood mindset that we're in, and not allowing us to, well, not say allowing us, but keeping the guise over our eyes, preventing us from holding ourselves accountable and responsible for our actions. Yes, you precipitate many of the deaths of these quote unquote black men out here. And again, I've said this before, BLM literally uses the energy created from the death of black men. That's what they do. The only reason why they're relevant is literally because of the death of black quote unquote males and boys. So if we're going to say the Ku Klux Klan has killed black people, BLM has killed black people too, and they continue to do so, and they will continue to do so. Because that's literally based off the rhetoric that they preach and that they teach. And again, that goes right back to Marxist doctrine. They're trying to overthrow the government. So they need unrest. They need anarchy. They need chaos. So no, Umar, definitely heavily disagree with you on that one. And then, I mean, the question itself, let's just go back.
Thank you for the donation, Brother Rob. Is Black Lives Matter worse than the Ku Klux Klan?
Yes. And I know for a fact there's going to be a whole bunch of freaking, like the older quote unquote blacks that, oh, no, the Ku Klux Klan did back in my day, and white people and the white man this and the white man that. And it's like, yo, listen to this. I say yes, BLM is worse than the Ku Klux Klan. Why? Well, I just told you that they both are responsible for the deaths of quote unquote black people, right? So that's already a wash there. But now, let's get into the nitty gritty. They're worse because they're wolf in sheep's clothing. They're wolf in sheep's clothing. That's the Trojan horse is rolling right on in. Quote unquote black people let the guard down because the name of the organization is called Black Lives Matter. So they open up the gates and let that Trojan horse roll right on in. And then what happens is when you're sleeping in the middle of the night, they hop out that shit and they kill everybody inside. So no, at least with the Ku Klux Klan, there's no debate. Like they make it clear, we don't like y'all. Hey, from where I stand, hey, that's cool. You don't have to like me. And to be honest with you, I don't want you to like me. I don't live my life based off of who the fuck likes me and want people to like me. I could give a rat's ass on who the fuck likes me or not. You feel me? But for some reason, quote unquote, black people want everyone to fucking like them and shit. We need to focus on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Literally focus on yourself. Do you like you? Do you like you? Do you like the situation that you're living in? Do you like where you're living? Do you like what you're doing for work? And if you don't like any of those things, are you doing anything to change it? Or, are you just accepting it as it is? So again, no, at least the Ku Klux Klan, they're upfront with it. Black Lives Matter, hey, I told you, man, look, they're literally Marxists, literally lesbians, and literally the number one target is the quote unquote, you, It's you, black man. It's you. Well, actually, the quote unquote target is the quote unquote white man. But they see us as pawns that they can use to further themselves. So again, to answer the question, no, it's not even close. Actually, it's not even close. BLM is way worse than the Ku Klux Klan for quote unquote black people. Way worse, because again, even with all the stuff that's come out about BLM, even all the videos that I've done about BLM and the countless other videos that other YouTubers have made about BLM, there's still people out here that's still marching with BLM, and oh well, that's not the organization, that's this. And you got stupid ass niggas like Dr. Rashard Ritchie. Oh well, there's a distinction between the organization and the people that's out. No. Like the Bible says, can two walk together unless they be in agreement? And look, the answer is no. Like they're together because they're confederate with one another. So we don't have to try to draw lines where there aren't any lines meant to be there. Quite frankly. So this video is gonna be shorter than I thought, I guess, right? Let's see.
I wouldn't say Black Lives Matter is worse than the Ku Klux Klan because the Ku Klux Klan has a history of murdering Africans. The Ku Klux Klan has a history of murdering Africans. And I would also argue the fact that the Ku Klux Klan is not listed as a domestic terrorism organization is beyond my comprehension. Bias towards white racist organizations. The U.S. government has a bias towards white racist organizations. Because there's no way under God's great son that the Ku Klux Klan is not.
You heard that, right? The sun worshiper over here.
Registered as a terrorist organization.
This is Webflow. Meet the design tool from the...
Registered as a terrorist organization.
But what's that got to do with the question, though?
As far as Black Lives Matter go,
there you go.
I hope to God that those sisters were not stealing the people's money.
They did.
As someone who is in charge of public funds for FDMG, I hope to God those sisters.
Speaking of FDMG, I'm pretty sure I did a video at least a year ago when he said, oh, I think the date was August 24th or something like that, or 22nd, 2021, that it was going to be open to school. We're almost in August 2022. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Did not take money in the name of Trayvon, in the name of Michael Brown, in the name of Tamir Rice, in the name of Breonna Taylor, in the name of Philando Castile, in the name of Alton Sterling, in the name of Amir Pope. And I can go on and on. I hope to God that those black women did not take money.
But they did, nigga. They did. That's what they did. Of all them black male names that you just rattled off, right? Want to know why? Because that was the plan from the jump. And you over here like, oh, hope these black beautiful sisters didn't do this, nigga. Look, they would love for you to die, especially by the hands of a goddamn white officer. Whether you were in the right or the wrong, they would love for you to die. All right, so they could use you too. But you over here fucking, oh, I hope these sisters didn't, nigga. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. You know, not unless we dead. All right? So you got to cut this bullshit out, even though you won't.
Millions and millions of dollars in the name of black trauma, black tragedy, black suffering, black death, police genocide. I hope they did not take that money and spend it on themselves. Lord have mercy. I hope they did. To me, it is almost unfathomable that you would found an organization called Black Lives Matter. Bad enough it's a front for the rainbow agenda. Bad enough you funded by some of the most racist eugenicists alive. Bad enough you got an issue with black masculinity.
Wait a second. This nigga dead ass acknowledging all the negativity about them, all the wrong. Wait, hold on. Yo, this nigga dead ass contradicted himself. Dead ass is contradicting himself. He literally opened up by saying, "Oh no, the KKK is worse," but now he's literally saying that BLM is funded and run by the most racist eugenicists out there. They're against black men, aka UMAR himself. All this stuff. Like, yo, nigga, you dead ass contradicting yourself, bro. This people, my people. This is the okie doke shit that I be talking about, man. This is that shit that I be talking about. And y'all might be thinking, oh, you know, Double A Heff don't have that many subscribers, this and the third, so, you know, he's not validated or whatever. Look, you could believe that dumb shit if you want to and keep falling for the okie doke, whether it's from this preaching ass nigga or whether it's from BLM or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not here to tell you what to do. All right? I'm just here to let you know the plays that's being run. All right? That way, if you don't want to fall victim to that shit, you know, you don't have to. Ultimately, the choice is up to y'all. You know, we all have choices to make. So that's why I make these videos. All right. So again, this nigga deadass is contradicting himself. He literally. I'll let him continue.
Bad enough. Bad enough. You didn't give none of that money to the families. I believe a certain percentage of Black Lives Matter's revenue should automatically be divided amongst the families who suffered at the hand of genocide. Automatically, the families get some money as a regular fund to help them take care of themselves. Automatically, off the top, they should get a cut. Automatically off the top, they should get a cut. The fact they didn't give none of that money to the families and then turn around and allegedly, turn around and buy a vacation house, buy new cars, and then buy the house in a white suburb, and then when Candace Owens shows up, then when Candace Owens shows up, Miss Candace Owens shows up and videotapes you, and you acting like you being your personal space is being violated.
You know what's interesting too, and I'll end this video with this. He just called Candace Owens. But this video is about BLM and about how, like, the comparisons being made between them and the KKK, one. And two, he literally just acknowledged all the things that, like, they're against the black man, they're Marxists, you know, they took the money and they bought these houses allegedly, but yet he's calling Candace Owens a coon. How does that make sense, y'all? I know a lot of y'all say, oh man, you're hard on UMAR, this and that and the third, yada yada, but come on, dude. How the hell you gonna call Candace Owens Owens? But then these people, you got none of that for them. Right. But alright, y'all, that's it, man.